What's up, brunch bestie? Welcome back to Business and Brunch. Today, we're diving into something almost nobody wants to talk about, but everybody literally needs 2026 business planning, specifically for those of you who absolutely hate planning. And listen, if the idea of a 12-month plan makes your chest tighten, your brain freeze, and your calendar app mysteriously close itself, I 100% get it. I'm a business coach and I still hate the traditional way of planning. It just feels so structured and I'm sorry, I just can't do it. And that's because most planning models, they aren't built for moms, service providers, or the realities of real life. So today I'm going to give you the anti-perfection, anti-rigid, anti-overwhelm version of planning, the version that is actually going to work for you. So make sure if you are sitting at home at your desk, make sure you grab a pen, grab your notebook, have your coffee or water on hand. If you're driving, listen, take notes, but definitely come back to this for whenever you have a good moment to sit down to plan your 2026 year. So here's why most planning doesn't work for service providers, especially moms. The truth is, most planning frameworks were built for the corporate structures, right? Not humans with toddlers, client work, dishes, and a brain that does not operate in a straight line. Our days do not look the same. And I'm sorry, but we do not have the same 24 hours as everybody else. So traditional planning assumes you know exactly what you want for the next 12 months. You'll never change your mind. Hello, multi-passionate here and a managing. I change my mind all the time. Your kids will sleep through the night, currently going through a 4-month sleep regression, and you'll operate at 100% capacity every single month. This is why women also cycle sync. Life will stay consistent. Have you ever met a mom with kids, right? So this model just does not work for moms who are entrepreneurs. And it really doesn't work for entrepreneurs in general because we don't have a rigid schedule. We started entrepreneurship because we wanted a fluid schedule and a schedule that fits into how we want to live our life. And it's truly just not how the world works. So if planning has ever made you feel like you're behind, you're scattered, or just bad at business, I want you to know that it's truly not you. It's the model that you've been forced to learn, the model that is not fluid and flexible with your schedule, and a model that just was not meant for moms or entrepreneurship. So I want to give you a version of planning that honors your nervous system, the season of life that you're in, the capacity, your goals, and your creativity, because your business should feel supportive of your life and it should not feel like it is suffocating the light out of your soul. So what does planning for people who actually hate planning mean? This is the version of planning that is flexible. It shifts with you. It is simple, no 19-page spreadsheets. It's rhythmic, so it's built on the season of life that you're in. It's rooted, aligned with the business you're actually building, and action driven. So it's not just vision boards or like woo-woo me. This isn't about mapping every single week. It's not about trying to get your daily schedule down to the wire. It's truly about setting up your year so your business has direction without locking yourself into something that will stress you out or make you feel so ashamed of yourself because your year didn't look like how you planned, right? So I call this the 3x3 method because you're only ever thinking about 3 focuses, 3 offers, and 3 rhythms at any time. So let's get into it. Step 1, your 3 focus areas for 2026. Think of these as your North Stars, right? Not goals, but they're going to be your priorities. So for example, it could be grow your audience, sell out your core offer, streamline your operations, build a referral ecosystem, strengthen your brand, increase monthly reoccurring revenue. So I want you to choose 3 things that are going to align with what you want to focus on. And that's it, okay? And don't stress if you grow your audience right away. Say you pop off on TikTok and you hit that 10,000 mark and now you want to add in something else. You can always come back to this and swap it out. That is the beauty of the 3x3 method. And the reason why I want you to only pick 3 is because most women, especially mom, we're going to naturally try to do 10, burn out, then blame ourselves. And 3 gives you clarity without that constant pressure of, oh my gosh, I have to hit 10. And like I just said, you can can always swap them out depending on the season that you're in the year. So yes, we're planning for 2026, but I do encourage you to actually visit this quarterly and see if your 3 changes. So now let's dive into step 2, your 3 offers. If you know me, you know that I truly do not believe you need a massive offer suite to scale. Okay, you need an offer suite that is sustainable and scalable, but it does not have to have 500 digital products. It does not have to have 3 low ticket offers or 3 medium ticket offers and 3 high ticket offers. You don't even need a low ticket, medium, or high ticket offer. You need an offer suite that is going to scale with you, with the season that you're in, and give you the freedom and flexibility around your schedule. So while you don't need a bunch of offers, what you do need is clarity around what you want to be known for and what's actually driving revenue. So your 2026 offer lineup might look like a signature done for you service, mid-ticket group program, or a VIP day, a scalable digital product, or it could look like a tier 1 retainer, tier 2 retainer, tier 3 retainer. It could look like different projects at different price points, or it could be a workshop that you run quarterly. Literally, your offer suite has so many different possibilities, and it is so fluid and flexible to the season of life you're in, to how you want to work inside your business, and the amount of revenue that you want to bring in. This is also how you create that 6-figure business without working more than 20 hours a week. As you go through your offers, I want you to look at what you're currently doing. Is there any gaps or missteps or any offer that you currently sell that you are just not in love in? And we're going to reframe our offers here. Then in step 3, we're going to create your 3 rhythms. So instead of planning month by month, which honestly never sticks, I want you to think about it in rhythms. Rhythms are patterns you return to even when life gets chaotic. A few examples of this are weekly. So weekly visibility, content, nurture, client delivery. Monthly, lead generation and sales. Quarterly, one big growth project. So like a rebrand, a launch, automation, offer refresh, whatever it is that you're working towards for that big, long goal. Have little quarterly goals or big growth projects quarterly that you can work towards, check in, accomplish, and it keeps you motivated because your brain is like, oh, hey, I'm actually seeing progress. The needle is moving. Let's keep going. And again, if you don't fully complete it during that quarter, do a quarter update, see what needs to be tweaked, refined, etc., and then move it to the next quarter. So this keeps your planning fluid and flexible, and it helps you stay motivated to actually stick to the plan or pivot whenever you're just done with what you're currently doing. Like if you've moved on and you're tired of selling social media management and you want to pivot to VIP social media content calendars. This is the planning method that allows that freedom and flexibilities. So then step 4, we're going to shift to your minimums plus moments systems. So this one is really huge for people who hate planning. So what are your minimums? These are your non-negotiable actions that keep your business alive even in your lowest season. So this might look like minimum 1, 2 pieces of content each week. Minimum 2, 1 weekly sales action. Minimum 3, 1 nurture touch point. Obviously, I recommend you doing a little bit more, but if you are struggling to show up on social media or you're struggling to get your name out there or your visibility out there, I want you to have a bare minimum of what you have to do no matter what that week. And as you continue to work that muscle, work that skill, refine, get better at it, those minimums are going to slowly increase as you build that muscle. So it's a no shame, no pressure, just a maintenance that helps you stay consistent and doing the things that you may not love to do, but you're getting comfortable doing it where it's going to build that habit. Now let's shift into your moments. So these are going to be your powerful moves for when you feel inspired or have capacity. So moments might include a spontaneous launch, pitching podcasts, creating a new opt-in, running a workshop, collaborating with someone. So these are going to be things that you probably wouldn't normally do, but you've had them on your wish list of, oh, I want to be on 5 podcasts this year. Oh, I would really love to do a collaborative email bundle with someone to help grow my email list, or I really want to try a live workshop, or I really have this idea for this project for a VIP day. I want to try it. Let's see how it goes. So planning for both means you never fall behind, but you're also leaving room for expansion. You're leaving room for that creativity. You're leaving room to try new things. And you're also leaving room to say, okay, I tried it. I didn't like it. So we're going to try something else, right? So then the next step of this process is the real reason why planning matters. Even if you hate it and even if you refuse to admit it, planning truly matters because at the end of the day, you are a business owner and you do need to have some sort of business plan. And here's the reason why we plan. Because your nervous system, your creativity, your results improve when your business has direction, but not when it's micromanaged. So I want you to think of your plan as a roadmap of different stages, different goals, different things that you want to hit, but you don't have to follow the GPS to a T. It is not structured, but it helps keep you accountable because you are going to check in at least quarterly on your different stages, on your different plans to see if you're actually having momentum within your plan. So for those of you that hate planning, but you still want money coming in consistently, clarity around what you do next, a business that doesn't feel like chaos, more times with your kids, the ability to rest without feeling like everything is crumbling, this type of planning gives you this because you're not holding yourself to such a rigid plan. You're giving yourself momentum and movement that is aligned with the direction that you want to go, but you have the freedom and flexibility to change things depending on the season that you're in. So now here is where we're going to start breaking it down. So if you are driving, pause and come back to this for whenever you have 5 to 10 minutes to write this down. If you are listening to this at home, definitely grab a pen and notebook or pull up your notes app because we're going to create your 2026 plan right here. By the end of this episode, I want you to have this written down somewhere. So since we're going to build our plan together, I'm actually going to give you examples of mine right here, right now. So number one is your 3 focus areas. So for me, that is going to be grow my audience on TikTok, sell out my core offer, Soft Mama CEO, and I want to really strengthen my brand around mindset and nervous system work. So number 2 is going to be your core 3 offers. So for me, my 3 offers are going to be Soft Mama CEO, my group mastermind, one-on-one coaching, and then I have a low ticket bundle of digital products that I'm going to use as a lead gen funnel into Soft Mama CEO or one-on-one coaching, and that I will be selling as I create visibility and grow my brand over on TikTok. So then next, my 3 rhythms are going to be weekly visibility content, top of mind content over on TikTok, monthly lead generation and email signups for my digital product to build up my email list to then sell my offers through email. And quarterly, my first quarterly one is to create an automation system that actually works behind the scenes throughout my new CRM and email to help give me a great client experience, but also not require me to do these admin tasks manually. That is going to be my big quarterly thing to finally get my new CRM set up. Now my 3 minimums are going to be daily content on TikTok every single week, creating at least 5 to 10 sales conversation every single week, and sending out weekly sales emails. Those are my 3 minimums that I need to hit every single week. Now next, my 3 moments are going to be, I want to guest on 4 podcasts in Q1. I would love to do a email bundle collaboration with someone in my industry that would bring out a lot of value to my audience. And I'm creating a new application opt-in through my new CRM that needs to be fully set up. So those are my 3 moments that I want to have created. So now that I literally did this with you by showing you my examples, do you see how easy and simple that this can be? So I did not have these pre-written out. I literally did them as as I talk to you through this. So it took me, 5 minutes to create my focus areas, my offers, my rhythms, my minimums, and my moments. And that is going to be my plan that I'm going to focus on. I mainly did that for Q1. How my brain works is I really try to plan for quarters, but at the end of the year, I would love Soft Mama CEO to be completely sold out. I have a metric that I want to hit over on TikTok, and I really want to be known for my intentional business strategy, but also really lean into the mindset and nervous system work that I actually help inside of my containers that I have not had the confidence to talk about. So when you create this kind of plan, you officially have a plan, but it does not feel corporate or structured, and it is not firm in place. So if I decide that I want to change my moments based off of the season of life that I'm in, like if my schedule gets chaotic, as a 202 mom, I'm going to change them because I may not be able to show up on 4 guest podcasts within Q1. If I cannot fit in those guest recordings with someone else's schedule, then I'm going to switch that out with something else. So this is a mom-friendly, season-friendly, and capacity-friendly plan that keeps you accountable, that keeps you having a direction to go in, and that keeps movement and action in your business, which is what you need to grow your business and have it look better than 2025. All right, Brunch Bestie, that is your 2026 plan for those of you who hate planning. And I would love to know if this episode made planning feel lighter. So please DM me on Instagram with your 2026 3x3 method plan and let me know how it felt actually doing it and how excited you are about the upcoming 2026 year. And if you want support building this out, implementing it, staying accountable, and creating that 2026 strategy that you're actually going to stick to, apply to Soft Mama CEO. This is where we take your vision and turn it into a business that actually supports your life and does not force you to work more than 20 hours a week so you can have the money you want, but ultimately at the end of the day, have the life that you're going to wake up and love living every single day. The link to apply is in the show notes, or again, you can DM me at Alicia Croce over on Instagram for more questions about it. I'll see you next week on Business and Brunch.